G'day guys, welcome back to Fading Margins. This is a sort of, it's part out on the hill, part analysis, part loadout. Monday afternoon, me and my mate David, we were dropped off up a bit of a ways up from here, and we were spending 2 nights out, and we were going to be taking in Pimlimmon and walking down the Hen Gum Valley. I lasted until the end of the second evening when I bailed. David carried on. He went up Pimlimmon, he camped halfway up the mountain, peaked it in the morning, and I picked him up at lunchtime the following day. Now, I want to sort of address what I took. David's a bit of a lightweight guy. I would say he's ultralight, but he says not. You know, I think it's just false modesty. His pack was a lot lighter than mine, and I just want to talk through what I took and why I think I ended up coming off the hill early. Right, so first things first, let's get some what might seem to some less charitable people excuses out of the way. First of all, it's been a long time since I did anything multi-day with a weight on my back. I've done a lot of day hiking. That tends to be what I do. And the last time I think I actually was doing this sort of thing, I was serving with Her Then Majesty's Land Forces, and that's a different kettle of fish altogether. That's sort of ultra heavy. So anyway, this is more or less what I took. There's a few things missing in here. For the trip and for future trips, I purchased a second-hand tarp tent, Stratospire 1, which I've not got here. It's out in the conservatory drying, and that proved an excellent tent. I was very surprised. I'll come back to that.
Alright guys, this is, what day is it? It's Saturday afternoon. I came off the hill on Tuesday. I haven't had a chance to do any of this, so it's been in the bag on the bottom of the hill. You can see how wet it is. It's absolutely dripping all that. And that the conservatory, I use it like a drying room.
I also carried a X-Pad Down 7, which is my go-to. I've had that mat now for well over 10 years. I've used it everywhere in all sorts of conditions, never found it wanting. You're always warm and comfortable on it. It's a great mat, but it is heavy. Now the tent aside, the tent's a lightweight tent, that's fine. The mat is 900 grams, it's close in, you know, so it's nearly 2 pounds. So that's quite a bit for a mat, but this is what I took. So this is the bag I took. Let's try that again. This is the bag I took. This is an Osprey Talon 55. It was the first time I'd taken the bag out. I have a 36 that I use, just 36, on a day, you know, on a day hike, you know, regularly, and I like the Talons. They cling to your back. They got load straps, the whole shebang. This I found really busy. I don't really like the sort of demountable grain. I think, although it did come in handy because my wide-brimmed hat, the chin strap that I got from South Dakota snapped. The leather gave out. The weather was so bad. It got so wet and weathered, and the hat had to be stuffed in underneath the brain. So I guess in that sense it worked. But as a pack, I thought it was really busy. It's got loads of straps, far too many good ideas, and I think sometimes simplicity is the essence of design. What I'm looking for is a big sack with a couple of side patches, a net on the back, and a couple of decent pouches to hang off the side. They're not there. So anyway, but that's the pack aside. So it's quite a heavy pack, and I took a Sawyer Mini. I took a tent cover, which I never used, which is kind of twisted. So you put up with the weight, you carry the little bundle around, but you don't actually use it. We were the first day was fine. It was a track. We camped in some very low-lying, I would call it a swamp. Up there by the car. See? There we go. There's Coda's seat. We're going up there. Next to a lake. My mate's an avid fly fisherman. So we pitched there. I was in wonderment. He said, "This looks like a good pitch." I said, "Okay." So we pitched there. The tent. The mat was great. Everything worked. But we were rained in till 11:30 the next morning. It was absolutely howling. It is what it is.
G'day guys, welcome back. I can't tell you where I am because it wouldn't make any sense. Where I am is in a tent in this, it's a Stratospire 1 by a lake, in amongst the sedges, with my mate David, who's an avid fly fisherman, so it's pissing with rain where it was. It's dried up a bit now. He's out casting a fly. I've been casting a fly earlier for the first time, so it's a first for me. Didn't catch anything. Didn't use the rise, never mind. But apparently all fly fishermen are eternal optimists, so there's no hope for me yet. Anyway, I'll bring you back when there's more to see. G'day, welcome back. It's going on for midday and we've been rained in all morning. It's been absolutely howling outside. The tent's held up really well. I'm quite impressed. I'm a teepee kind of guy, but this is the first time I've had this thing out in anger, and they gave me a hand to set it up because he's a big fan of these tarp tents. But yeah, it's held up really well. I'm almost got to the point where I'm not bothered when the blow comes through, so that's not bad, is it? So I've had a feed, taken on some water. We didn't walk very far yesterday. My pack's a bit heavy, I think. I'm a bit heavy, come to that. Anyway, so I'm a little bit crampy, but I'll be fine. And I'll bring you back when there's something else to report other than I'm lounging around on a very good quality air mattress. Talk to you soon. Bye.
So in the top of the brain, inside here, what did I take? First aid kit, one of several, I think. It's quite a bit of heft to that. A head torch, my black diamond head torch, which is cracked. I don't know how that's happened, but it still works. These waterproof torches, you know, they got these little rubber rings in them. They say they're waterproof. I had a Phoenix, and it used to just lived in the glove box of the car, and it developed, you know, like battery rot. I mean, I don't understand it. You know, I do not understand it. But there we are. This is a titanium spork and a little brush, a spoon and a fork in there. Some meds just in case, paracetamol, that sort of thing, which I was taking because I pinged my back just before we left. I was reaching down. I'm nearly 58 years old, and I'm too fat and you reach down and you go, and you hear, and then you think, oh dear. Anyway, I was fine, but it was playing up something. So I was on these while I was out there. I took one of these. This is a platypus 1 litre. They're getting a bit old now. I might replace them. But going out with somebody who's got 30 years of experience is an experience, because you learn so much and you get to see things through the eyes of that person's experience. I'm immensely grateful to David for that. These are okay. But I say, this is I've got 2 of these at home, but they're getting a bit tired. And there's a story behind the water in them. For actual hydration, I took 2 of these. This is basically a mineral water bottle. It's a litre. I took 2 of these. And this was the part of the rot, because you're in blowing wind, it's raining, and your mouth breathing. My sinuses don't work very well, so I tend to mouth breathe anyway. So I'm dehydrating, and I'm not stopping to drink because I don't want to have to take the pack off. And the going's heavy. So, first mistake, stupid mistake. Steve's hoisted on his own petard, getting dehydrated in the field because he can't be bothered to get the water bottle out. Normally on a day hike, something of that sort of full day duration, I'll take a water bladder. I've got a platypus big mouth 3 litre, which will now evolve into my dirty bag, and I will be getting a new one to act as the clean bag, and I'll get the Evo one. So because here's something I want to say. I'm rambling a bit, but you bear with me, I hope. These bags here. This is where the bladder goes. So it's got a dedicated pouch, which is great. But if the pack's full, you try getting a 3 litre bladder in there. It's an absolute bloody mare to get it in and to get it out and to fiddle around with it. It's a pain in the backside. It's an absolute design flaw in the bubble spray. So, so that was the brain. Then on the outer, I had a cup. I always carry this cup. I like this cup. It's as close to a cowboy style tin cup as I can get in titanium. It's a Tokes 500. Now, true ultralighters would say that's probably what you need. But, I'm not an ultralighter. So I took, this is my boil kit, my cook kit, if you will. I took part army rations, part, it was all the stuff I took was wet, there was nothing dehydrated. So I took 2 loads of army rations, beef and black bean, British Army sachets, and some bits and pieces from the supermarket that were all in sachets that could be opened. So this is the 1400 by Snow Peak with Don Cavellis's custom lid and a windshield, and of course a Bush Cooker 1 because it was lighter, and the Tokes siphon stove, which is really wet in there, which is great, works really well, and you actually do get a secondary burn, would you believe, that the stove doesn't burn. This will actually reignite fumes that this stove is not burning. So I'm glad I opened that now, because it's been a couple of days. I came back, and as soon as I was back, I had a day's work, and then that afternoon I was off to Yorkshire. So it's been a busy week. But yeah, the one, it was brilliant. We stopped in a ruined boathouse, and I brewed cowboy coffee. Fantastic. Oh, just fantastic. So there's that small mat, some wet bog roll. Oh, here we go. It's my gash bag. So I took these naked bars, a couple of packets of those, and I took some of these John West toppers here. So they were all right. Bit of a waste to be using that. And here's my trowel. This is Vargo I think it's Vargo a titanium trowel for digging your cat hole. This is the AliExpress rip-off. It's an absolute clone. but it does the job. It's a bit sharp around the edges. I was glad to have a glove, for which I got a gentle chiding. Why are you carrying leather gloves? They're really heavy. And they are, I guess, when you start to add it all up. But you see, I'm somebody who always packs for the apocalypse. You know, I'm condemned to a mindset that says, what if? What if this happens? What if that happens? And so you put something in. So I carried a pair of gloves, which were great when you're digging a cat hole until it absolutely starts to piss down on you. And then you have to stop. So I had a pair of gloves. And I'm going to stop there, and I will bring you back in a bit.